ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week, we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now, the news. In a rather surprising reveal earlier this week, Nvidia announced a new partnership with Valve which will see both companies work to port Portal to the Nvidia Shield, Nvidia's own portable game console released in July 2013. The partnership comes at a time when Nvidia is looking to expand the device's lineup of game titles, something the Shield has been repeatedly criticized for ever since launch. Once completed, the ported version of Portal will mark the first Valve game to make it onto the Android platform, the fourth major non-console operating system available for the Source engine, alongside Windows, Mac, and Linux. In an announcement post over on the Nvidia blog, Doug Lombardi is quoted as saying, "Nvidia has created a very powerful device with Shield. Our companies have a strong history working together, and we're looking forward to Portal's arrival on Shield." Unfortunately, no release date or price points have been announced at the time of writing, and we're not even sure if this particular version of Portal will even run on Steam or not. We'll be sure to bring you more information about this new partnership if and when we learn more. If you're looking to read all about the deal yourself, be sure to head on over to the Nvidia blog via a link in the description, which is alongside plenty of other links related to everything else we're talking about this week. Earlier this week, it was revealed by Mark Zuckerberg that Facebook recently purchased Oculus VR, the company behind the highly acclaimed Oculus Rift headset, for a value of $2 billion. While the community was originally rather confused as to what this may mean for the close relationship between Valve and Oculus, we received some pretty good answers only 3 days later. On Friday, it was revealed on the Oculus VR blog that Valve hardware engineer extraordinaire Michael Abrash recently left Valve to work full-time as the new chief scientist for Oculus. His decision to leave Valve is largely based upon the aforementioned Facebook acquisition deal, as having big boy Facebook watching over Oculus VR has likely diminished many of the potentially problematic issues at a company launching an expensive, innovative device. In the blog post, Abrash states, "That worry is now gone. Facebook's acquisition of Oculus means that VR is going to happen in all its glory." Michael Abrash isn't the first engineer from Valve to leave and join Oculus, as Atman Binstock, who previously worked as the lead engineer within Valve's VR department, was hired by Oculus VR on March 11, 2014. Atman, who was largely responsible for the creation of the VR Room demo shown off at the Steam Dev Days, is now working as the chief architect for the new Oculus research and development team based in the Seattle area. Michael and Atman both joined Tom Forsyth, who left Valve for Oculus in May 2013. But what does this all mean for Valve? Well, while it might seem pretty bad for two of their leading hardware engineers to leave the company within the span of a month, it's likely their departure to Oculus VR has been planned far in advance. As we know, Valve never planned to release a VR headset of their own and have simply been collaborating with Oculus to develop the necessary technology to make virtual reality a viable platform for modern gaming. With the future of Oculus secure in the hands of Facebook, a lot of the risk surrounding the company's projects is now gone, meaning Valve's VR team would be better off working within Oculus itself. We haven't heard any official word from within Valve, but this likely means Valve is scaling back development of their own VR technology in order to focus on helping more Steam games get the virtual reality treatment in the future. While this week's Dota 2 update was rather insubstantial, with little more than a few minor bug fixes, the game did receive a new feature on Wednesday with the arrival of Leaderboards. The Leaderboards, which are available over on the Dota 2 website, show the top 200 ranked players in the world based on solo matchmaking rankings. Due to the way MMR is calculated differently throughout the world, the leaderboards are broken up into 4 different geographical locations, which include the Americas, Europe and Africa, China, and Southeast Asia. To be eligible to appear on any of the leaderboards, a player must have taken part in 300 lifetime matchmaking games, 100 lifetime solo ranked games, and 15 solo ranked games within the last 21 days in the same division. Leaderboards are automatically updated daily at 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. More information on this new matchmaking feature is available over on the Steam community announcement page or the leaderboard page itself, both of which feature helpful FAQs on the subject. In related news, it was revealed that the free-to-play documentary was viewed over 5.5 million times during the opening weekend after being released last week, reportedly making it one of the largest debuts of any documentary film. To celebrate the initial success of the film, several new pieces of limited edition merchandise have been added to the Valve store. These include a $10 premiere poster and a $20 black t-shirt, which is available for both men and women. If you're looking to get your hands on any of these items, we recommend heading on over to the Valve store as soon as possible, as stock is limited. Oh, and be sure to check out our free-to-play review if you haven't already. On Tuesday of this week, PCGamer uploaded a new article discussing one of the 3 talks given by Valve at the Game Developers Conference a few weeks ago. While we previously didn't know all that much about what was discussed at the event, the article has helped to shed some light on a specific talk known as Building the Content That Drives the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Economy. Unsurprisingly, the presentation focused on the continuing growth of the CSGO player base, which has expanded dramatically over the past half year or so, to a point where the game is now almost permanently listed as the second most popular game on Steam. As demonstrated by a graph shown off during the talk, much of the growth can be attributed to the inclusion of cosmetic weapon skins and viewer incentives for spectating esporting tournaments within the game client itself. The article is definitely worth checking out if you're interested in finding out more about how CSGO has unexpectedly grown to a point where it eclipses both Counter-Strike 1.6 and Counter-Strike Source on the Steam game stats. You may also want to check out the changelog for this week's update for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which was released on Wednesday. The update introduces the typical number of minor balance tweaks to maps such as Overpass, Dust 2, and Inferno, which were added alongside several changes to the game's scoreboard, including adding drop-down boxes when left-clicking on players' names, improved size scaling based on player numbers currently on the server, and improved mouse cursor support. While Team Fortress 2 was once again the odd one out for the updates this week, the game's blog was finally updated after over 3 months of silence. The new blog post, supposedly written by the soldier himself, highlighted the Meet Your Makers event recently revealed over on the Kritzkast website. Across the 3-day event, the folks over at Kritzkast periodically released interviews with 16 of the top community contributors who helped to make Team Fortress 2 what it is today by creating the weapons, hats, textures, and maps hundreds of thousands of players enjoy on a daily basis. The interviews include appearances from well-known mapmakers such as Tim Y.M. Johnson and Valentin 3DNJ Lovelane, who appear alongside modelers such as Will Rusky-Do Siegerman, Liren Ducksink Ohana, and many more. We highly recommend checking out the interviews for yourself if you're at all interested in finding out more about the personal stories of the individuals who have helped rack up over $10 million in royalties over the past few years. Now, I believe we have some games to give away. On last week's show, we started a major game giveaway to celebrate the 2nd anniversary since the weekly news roundup series began in March 2012. And I'm happy to announce that we can now reveal the 12 randomly selected winners in no particular order. Congratulations to Blur Cheery, 212 Jacob, Fuzzy Buzzy, Matthew Duncan, Ryan Cromer, Sonic Fan 535, The Channel 221, CirloTube, Minecraftiac 136, The Classy Cat, Padme's Girl, and the 8-Bit Orange. Well done to all the winners. We'll be sure to contact you in the coming days on YouTube or ValveTime.net to let you know which prize you have won and how you can claim it from us. Thanks to everyone who took part in the giveaway. We were really amazed by how many people took part, and it was really interesting to get so much insightful feedback about the different shows you guys enjoy. Hopefully we'll be able to run more game giveaways like this one in the near future. And that brings us to the end of another week of Valve News. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, to rate our Dota 2 announcer pack positively on the Steam Workshop, and head on over to ValveTime.net to sign up and get involved in our community forums. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.